40 minutes. Hey, still here.
Another one for Tommy boy. Another one for the world. Another one for the listeners. And maybe
What it do, Dunny? Week 5 of college football. How you doing? How you been, buddy?
Hey, pretty good. We're on the road headed to Traverse City, but the grind never stops. There's degeneracy to go on, so we are here. We are live. We're ready to go.
The show goes on.
Amen.
You guys gonna make it there before the Michigan kickoff?
Oh yeah, we'll be there before. We'll be there around 12:30, and we don't play till 3:30, so we're good. We're good.
Oh, you're good. You got a little pregame in before the game starts, even.
You know it. Yep, we'll be able to check in the Airbnb and then get to a sports bar. So that's what's nice.
Hell yeah, the plans are already made.
Yep. Big shout out to my chauffeur for driving me around today. So nice.
Oh, you're feeling like a big man today with the chauffeur going live.
She said that'll be $50.
Gonna need a tip for this one.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, buddy. We got
get it at the casino, but
yeah. They got a Nino up there. That's what you guys are. You guys are hitting a Nino tonight.
Yeah, we'll watch the Michigan game. We'll go to dinner because it's her best friend's birthday, and then we're gonna go to the casino because that's what she likes doing. So we're gonna go gamble.
Hell yeah! What a banger of a Saturday.
It's gonna be awesome for sure, for sure.
And it's clutch. Michigan's at 3:30, so this was all. It just it fell into place.
It did.
I love it. So week 5 college football, we got Michigan minus 17.5 versus Nebraska. How do you like that one?
Truthfully, I think Michigan gets back on their horse, and we finally actually cover a spread this week. So minus 17.5. I'm not playing it personally because I don't really like playing Michigan. But if I had to bet, I would definitely bet 17.5. The under for the total points today, it kind of looks nice, 40 to 39.5, whatever you can find. I don't know. I don't trust Nebraska to be able to score on our defense. So I like the under, and I like us to cover.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Today is the only day I actually like the cover for Michigan, and it's because it's not minus 30.5.
Right, exactly. First time this season we've had a spread that's 3 scores instead of 2.
4 or 5.
Instead of 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Michigan to cover today. I think they get it going. I don't think their defense lets up more than 14, 17 points. And
right,
like always, I think Michigan can put up 40 points easily. They got a lot of big plays even on the ground. So I think today's the day Michigan finally does something against the fucking spread.
I agree. Look for Donovan Edwards to get it going this week. Through 4 weeks, he's kind of struggled, not running the ball very well. But, hey, all he needs is one hole and watch him fly.
Yes, sir. Maybe they just, give him a little handoff within the 5 just to get his juices flowing, get him back on track, give him a dub and some confidence going into the later weeks and some tougher games.
Amen. And yes, Joe Bags, go blue, baby.
Go blue, Joe Bags. I love the picture.
He's got the Lions mask on. I love it.
Mask is so fucking good, dude. I fucking love that shit. All right, Dunny, looking at the slate, what do you like today?
So for the Michigan game, I did make a same game parlay. We're looking at JJ 200 yards passing. He's on a streak. This is pretty easy for him, especially with how much we are throwing the ball. I like it a lot. And then kind of what I said, getting Donovan Edwards back going. I think he's going to run for at least 40 today, and he scores his first touchdown of the season. So those 3 legs plus the last one of Roman Wilson to get 50 yards receiving. If JJ's throwing, he's probably throwing it to Roman. So those 4 legs, and you're looking at, I think, plus 800 something. And then I had a 50% boost on good old FanDuel. So that's what you see right there. That's the Washington. I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, that one right there. So plus over 1,000 odds. They max you at $10 right now for FanDuel, so it's only $100 payout. But hey, I'll take that all day long. It gives me something to cheer for.
That's a good casino fund if you get that free hundo before.
Amen to that, brother.
You ain't mad with that one.
Yep. But yeah, that's the Discord right there. So I post a lot of the same game parlays that I come up with, and then the plays that you and I talk about quite a bit in there. So if you need to get in, or if you're not in there yet, get in there. We've had some bangers so far these first couple weeks. So
yeah, NFL and college. NFL and college. Make sure you get to Dr. Dunny played because he has been smacking.
You gotta just keep couple sparks. We need to get one of these logs on fire and then build the big old fire after that. So nothing to write home about just yet, but hopefully soon we hit the big one.
Yes, sir. Dr. Dunny doesn't miss with Michigan football. This is a lock. Hey, last week was a banger. The Corum 2 touchdowns. The second one went through, and that was all we needed. Absolute banger of a parlay last week.
Amen. So I was watching the game with my dad and just screaming at the TV, "Come on, Blake!
One more,
Blake! In there!" Yeah. Right. And then he scored it. I'm like, "Yes, we are good to go."
Dude, we'll do like a 90-yard drive and we'll get it within the 5, and it's just like, here you go, Corum. Here you go, Corum.
Yep. Get your ass in there, boy.
It's like Jameson, or it's like Jamal Williams last year for the Lions. Like, it doesn't matter who got us down the field. Jamal's running off the sideline onto the field for his 1-yard touchdown, dude.
I'm getting my bonus, coach. Here we go.
Facts. I'm beating Barry Sanders.
For sure. D-Mont might beat him this year.
Might be. Yeah, I mean, you get 3 in one game. He's got more. He's got as many touchdowns as the Chicago Bears organization
in
this
as
year.
Many games. That's what's crazy. It's just ridiculous. He sat out a week and still has the same number.
Chicago fans are in rat piss.
Just absolute shambles.
Well, other than the game, what do you like?
So, a team I've kind of been on all year, Texas -16. They're playing Kansas. I think it's in Kansas this week, but I don't know. When I think of Kansas, I don't think of football. I know they've been playing good this season, but this is going to be their first real big test. And I think Texas is legit. I think Texas is going to be, CFP team that we have to deal with later in the season. And good teams win, great teams cover. I think Texas covers the 16 today, no problem. So that's when I'll put a unit on that for sure.
Yeah, I like that. I told you earlier in the season, I don't want to hear anything with Kansas until they win a big game. I'm tired of last year's Kansas. There's 2 or 3 big games that get blown out by 30 plus. College football game days there and shit, and they get blown out. So I don't want to see any of the Kansas hype until they show up. So I have no trust in them as well, and I think Texas will cover as well.
I agree. Quinn Ewers, he's kind of fallen back in the Heisman race, so let's look for him to have a big day today. Try and get back up in there with Caleb Williams and Michael Penix Jr. kind of leading the way for that one.
Yeah, well, speaking of Caleb Williams, USC and Colorado, -22 against Colorado, and the over-unders at 73. What do you think about that game?
I think USC's defense is not as good as Oregon's, so I do think Colorado's going to put up some points today. So I'll be on the over rather than the cover today. So going over 73 points. I think both offenses are not going to have an issue scoring the ball. I think both defenses are going to have an issue stopping either offense. So look for a lot of points to be put up. USC might, put 50 by themselves, kind of like what Oregon was going to do if they would have left everyone in for the whole game. But I also think Colorado scores probably, 3, maybe 4 garbage time touchdown here or there. So it can get over 70 easily.
That's fucking wild. I thought the line last week at 70 was crazy. 71, 73 is just god damn.
Right. I mean, USC, they've won every game, but they haven't, blown out people like they're supposed to. Last week, Arizona State made it a game for the first half at least. So, I mean, that's really why I'm looking at Colorado to score at least a couple touchdowns.
I'm with you. I think they got to get it back on track. They got to get the fan base back in. They got to get their players back in. They just got their asses whooped and embarrassed last week. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pull all the tricks out of the bag and actually put some numbers up, regardless if they cover or not. But they got to score some points today.
Oh, most definitely. Did you hear or see what Dion kind of told Travis Hunter and what Travis Hunter said to Dion
No.
after last week's game? After last week's game, Travis Hunter texted Dion and said, Coach, we got to do whatever we can, get whatever we need. I'm playing next week. And Dion said, no, son, you're not playing. Your future's brighter than mine was, is, or ever will be. I care about you more than that. You need to be fully healthy before I put you back on the field. So good on Dion. Like, he actually cares about the kids and isn't just the hype man blowing smoke all the time. He's actually doing his job as a coach and building young men. I just thought it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, and he said he's basically been a second dad, but at the end of the day, Colorado's not winning the chip this year. They're not even going to win their conference title or get to the conference championship. So there really is no point to put his health at risk when he is the best player on the field almost anywhere in the country.
Right. Yeah, Dion said he's going to change the game of football someday, probably because he's going to play both ways in the NFL at a high clip. So, yeah, I mean, lacerated liver is nothing to play around with, that's for sure.
Did you see that he invited him on? They just did a video together. I didn't get to watch it, but I seen the whatever when I woke up.
Yeah, there's a little clip I saw, I think, on Twitter last night or early this morning. But, yeah, they basically sat down and just kind of talked, and no hate, all love. I guess they're decent friends. They talked on the phone that night after the game with that hit that happened. So good on Travis Hunter to kind of, bring that kid on, because there was death threats and stuff going out to that kid's family and that kid. So that's just terrible to see. Good on Travis Hunter. It looks really good for him for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I was happy to see it, that they just got to chop it up and bullshit and be like, it's just football. At the end of the day, once the game's over, we're just dudes.
Right. No, absolutely. That is 100%. You can't, I mean, God, leave it on the field, and then after that, it's done,
Transition, Michigan State +10 versus Iowa. Are we trusting Michigan State, or are we going to roll with Iowa's defense today?
It's in Iowa, right? So that
Yep.
makes it a little tougher. I don't know. I would Cade McNamara, God. He lost to Michigan State when they were supposed to win a couple years ago. So maybe take Michigan State to cover the 10 today.
No shit. I don't trust Michigan State one bit. Their offense,
Yeah.
their defense, their middle linebacker with no gloves or socks on. I don't trust any of them.
I mean, I guess you're right. Like, I guess second guessing myself here. I guess if there's one thing you can trust in this game, it's that Iowa's defense is going to show up and play, right? You can't trust Michigan State's offense, you can't trust Michigan State's defense, and you can't trust Iowa's offense. So you might as well take the under. It's probably set at 28, but you probably could take the under.
28. Dude, the over-under right now is 36.5.
Yeah, I would say that's a lot.
Dude, you're going to watch that 36.5, or you're going to watch the over-under 72 with USC Colorado? Literally double the score.
I will not be watching the Michigan State game today. I'm sorry.
God damn.
That ain't going to happen.
I got to watch them. It'll be at 7:30. I got to watch them lose every week.
What did Joe Bag say? Not after the NIL story just broke last night. What NIL story? I missed it.
Yeah, me too. I'm not really sure. I think Iowa
Joe Bag,
squeaks it out.
type out what it is.
I think he squeaks it out.
Yeah, I think outline the under down to 30.
Well, they just moved it to plus. They literally just moved it to plus 10.5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know if I trust the spread cover.
But
I would definitely go under.
Under 36.5. That is so fucking
Ridiculous.
Disgusting. I could never take that. Not even that. All the stats could point towards it going under 36, but I can't do it.
Right.
DraftKings was nice and gave me a no sweat bet. Hit me with it, Dr. Dunny. Which one you want to hit him with? Because I can pull it up.
Well, really, we got two same game parlays. I truthfully, I used my no sweat bet for DraftKings on the Washington same game parlay. So we might as well talk about that next.
Yep.
If you want to pull it up on the screen,
Gotcha.
we've got Washington minus 14. I alt spreaded it. The line's at 19. I'm actually taking that for just a 1 unit play today. But Washington minus 14, Penix 325. Both teams to score 15, and then Aduzie, I don't know how to say his last name, 75 yards receiving. He's hit that in every single game. The only thing that hasn't hit every single game is Penix to throw for 325. He only threw for 304 last week because his defense scored 2 touchdowns. So he didn't have to do a lot.
Yeah, he
Washington
got less
had
possessions.
14 points. Yeah, Washington had 14 points, and they hadn't even taken an offensive snap yet.
Here, look at this. The founder of the SD4L, which is Spartan Dog for Life, NIL deal, pulled all the deals from the MSU players last night / yesterday.
Oh, damn.
Dude, what the fuck?
How Colorado brought in 83 new players for this season, Michigan State's going to be bringing in 83 new players next year. Because
83 fucking 1-stars. Who the fuck? Who wants to go to Michigan State right now unless that's your only D1 offer? If that's your only big time, like Big Ten offer, then you're going to get, some 3-stars and shit like that. But other than that, I don't see anyone not picking Penn State, Ohio State, or Michigan over Michigan State. I think those schools will have to be crowded, and these players are going to have to want to get on the field as freshmen. That's the only way.
Wholeheartedly agree.
With what money? Mel Tugger. I was going to say, how much money did they pull? $80? How much are they giving those kids?
Well, you would think that, what's his name? Ishbia would be throwing some dough at kids for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to imagine he somewhat got his pockets into the Michigan State team.
Right.
Burley, if you missed this one.
Michigan State partner. Oh yeah, that's the Michigan game.
Yeah, if you wanted
that's
this
on
one, Burley.
Though. They give you a 50% boost.
Warner, go blue. Shots at me. Go blue.
All right, buddy. Attaboy, Warner. Hell yeah, buddy.
I'll be checking my Venmo for that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, if you missed this, Warner, here's Dunny's Michigan play. McCarthy 200, Edwards 40 yards, under 47.5, Roman Wilson 50 yards, and Donovan Edwards to get a tutty. It's time for Edwards to have a game.
There we go.
It's no wonder why Dan
Gilbert. If you look at his
didn't.
stats for the first 4 games last year, his first 4 games last year and first 4 games this year, he did about the same stats. So looking for him to break out today for sure.
Oh yeah, you both get tree fitty. How about tree fitty? Hell yeah, free fade. You ain't shit for that. You ain't shit for that. We got Notre Dame and Duke. Notre Dame's coming off a tough L against Ohio State. Notre Dame minus 5.5. I like against Duke tonight. What do you think about it?
We're going through the mountains.
Yeah, I see that. It's all good, bro. I like BC, Boston College, to get it together today against Virginia. I think Virginia has been playing like absolute dog shit. I like BC today. I also like Florida at plus money versus Kentucky. I know Kentucky's been playing good. We were kind of high on them, but I got Florida with a bounce back. Big time game for them. I like Florida at plus money today. They were at plus 110. They moved down to a plus 102, so the line is shifting a little bit. Oh, no, we lost Dunzel. Duke money line, book it. Dude, I'm scared of Duke.
I'm here.
I know. Yep, you're good now. I know Duke has been playing really good, but I don't know if Duke can do it.
All right.
Can you hear me, Dunn?
Just don't trust Notre Dame's coaching.
Yeah, I mean, if Notre Dame gets that interception on that last drive, we would be talking about how good Notre Dame is right now. Went right through his fucking hands. Yeah, it was one
Or
play. I mean, they just needed a first down that wasn't on first down. They got 2 first downs that drive, and they were on first down, so that kind of fucked them.
right.
They would have been able to tick so
That
much time down.
that or if they come out of the timeout with 11 people on the field.
Yeah, 2 plays in a row. It
Out of the
wasn't even the
timeout.
last play. Well, yeah. They did it, and then they call a timeout, and then they come out of it, and yeah, that's fucked.
Well, they got down to the one. Notre Dame called a timeout, and then out of the timeout, those last 2 plays happened. So they ran 2 plays. That's just bad coaching. Terrible
Dude,
coaching.
you're supposed to be counting heads. You have 30 fucking coaches on the sideline. Somebody has to be counting heads.
Right. That's your
Like
one job.
that's a middle school, high school thing. How do you not do that? Ryan
Someone
Day
said that
crying
can't
after the
happen.
game was great.
Right. Going after Lou Holtz, trying to unbeat Lou Holtz's ass.
What the fuck? Dude, Lou is 90 years old.
Right.
That man is gimping around the field. I hope you could beat his ass, Ryan Day. Jesus Christ.
Some other plays that I'm on for today. Oklahoma, it's still not a 3-touchdown spread. I don't get it. They're playing Iowa State today. Oklahoma minus 19.5 is what I'm going with. And then Auburn to cover the 14.5 against Georgia today. Georgia's not looked the best. Auburn's been playing decent football, even though they got a sketchy ass quarterback. But we'll see if they can cover today. I'm betting it.
All right, I like it. I am very curious to see how Georgia bounces back. They had one bad half of football, and then they had one amazing half of football, and turned it right around. So we'll see if they can have another bad half, because that's what it's going to take for Auburn to cover.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I guess I'm optimistic.
The over-under's at 45.5. What do you like on that one? Do you think Auburn's going to put up enough points? Or do you think Georgia's not going to put up enough points?
Right. I think if Auburn is going to cover, it's going to have to stay on that underside of things.
Notre Dame coaching is worse than Partlow's. Well done, Warner.
You're not wrong, Jordan. Someone on ESPN said this can't happen in a middle school game. It can't happen in a high school game, a D3 game, let alone the biggest game of college football in whatever week it was. So, yeah, terrible coaching, that's for sure.
That's just tough that you play such a good game, and it comes down to those last plays on the 1-yard line that you're criticized as a terrible coach. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they played so well, and then just to fuck it up on the last play and make yourself and your team look like a dick that's unlucky.
Sucks for that guy.
Sucks to be you, buddy.
But hey, I mean, we probably got pretty good film out of Ohio State, that's for sure, for when we play them after Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah, other than that last drive, I don't think McCord looks anything crazy. And you have one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver in all of football. So I feel like you should be looking a little better than they do.
No, absolutely. They haven't been impressive all year long, that's for sure. So hopefully they get to play some good tests before we get to play them. See what's going on.
I heard Marcus Freeman was handing out hot dogs in the stands for the last play.
Jesus Christ. He's probably trying to buy one. Good God.
Fucking A. Yo, what did you say the Texas spread was at? Do you remember?
16.
Okay. I was just making sure. I thought it was something different and it changed.
Yep.
Another team that I'm go ahead.
They're playing in Kansas, right?
I believe no. I think they're playing in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, they're playing in Texas.
I like Texas. Okay.
Yeah,
I like it even more now.
I like it even more. Another team I'm high on, we've kind of talked about them a lot this year after their week 1 performance that ended up in a loss, was Toledo.
Yeah.
I gotta find them.
Fuck, are they playing this week?
Yep. They are playing this week, and I like them. They're playing another divisional team. Why can I not find it now? Fuck.
They took it down.
I'm trying to. I think they did. Let me just type it in because they play a 1-3 Northern Illinois team today.
Okay.
Typically, NIU is playing a little better at this point of the season, and they have just not.
What's the spread in that game?
I think it's 12 points.
Okay. Yeah, I like Toledo to cover for sure.
Yeah, I like Toledo a lot. Their quarterback and their offense is extremely fun to watch. High pace, a lot of big plays. Yeah, so they're 12.5 against NIU, over under at 48. If it was at 13.5, I still think I would like Toledo in this game. Northern Illinois hasn't. Yeah, they haven't put up a lot of points this year. Toledo has, so it's really just going to come down to Toledo not letting Northern Illinois get anything going. And if they score less than 20, I think Toledo is going to put up 30 plus. So I like the 12.5. Yo, Warner, while Dunny's breaking in and out, send me your plays because I need a full fade. I'm trying to get rich today, brother. Burley, I disconnected but had this typed for Joe Salvi. SD4AL was projected for significantly low project growth and had only 100 subscribers. They had to choose either fund the football or basketball program, and with the state of each program, they decided to go with the basketball program. I would agree. Florida versus Kentucky. You guys already say so of my bet. I don't know if Dunny's got anything on it, but I liked Florida at plus money just because it was plus money. If they were 4.5 point favorites, I don't really know what I would take in that, but the fact that they're plus money right now, just straight for the money line, I like it. I know Kentucky has been playing tough, so it's not something I have super high up on my my ranks for this week, but if I were to take it, I would take Florida money line. They got dogs down there. They got ETN's brother. They kind of got to get it going again. So, you ready to be homeless if you fade this 10-legger? Yeah, right. You're smoking crack. Drain the swamp,
Sorry,
Jordan.
We keep going in and out. What did you say for
Dunny, Mr. Roboto. I'll pull it back up so you can read it if you're still there. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So basically, the SD4L was projected for significantly low project growth, only had 100 subscribers. They had to choose to either fund the basketball or football program. And with the state of both of them, obviously, you're going to pick the basketball. So basically, they said, fuck the football program. We're not funding any more of this bullshit, especially after Mel Tugger shit. And we're just going to, put our money where we get a good return in and, get to actually see some wins on the court.
For sure.
Is Dunny on his way to fall asleep at a tailgate? No, he's not.
No. I am about to fall asleep in a winery tomorrow. That'll be what I'm doing.
Hey, you can take a nap before the game. That's okay.
For sure.
Burley was so scared to reply to me.
What did you say for Florida, Kentucky for Jordan?
I told him I like the Florida just because they're plus money. I think they got more talent around the ball, but Kentucky, this isn't something I rank really high on this week's slate because I know Kentucky's playing really good football as well right now, and they have a good team. It's just going to come down to their defense and how much points they'll allow Florida to get because Florida's like a big play, a lot of speed around the ball like usual, a lot of big plays and special teams as well. So I like Florida strictly because it's plus money, and they've already played a couple tough games this year.
For sure, that's what I was leaning to. I will text Cecil Cole today and ask him where he likes the money because he's pretty spot on. He'll tell me if he thinks Kentucky's going to get their ass kicked. So he's normally pretty good. So I'll post what he says in the Discord today too. Let everyone know.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't keep that inside information from me. I need to know as well.
No, absolutely. Don't place any bets on the Florida-Kentucky game yet. I'll get the inside information from Cecil himself.
Hell yeah, buddy. Were there any other games you were leaning on or that you really ranked pretty high on the slate?
Just Washington to cover the 19. I hinted at it in the same game parlay, but I do think they win by 3 touchdowns tonight.
I like that. I mean, that offense is crazy. I know we got to watch it against Michigan State and it looked super crazy, but if you watch any games before or after, they do the same thing versus every other team. They are just high volume, a lot of vertical passing. Everyone's going downfield. It looks like they're playing 7-on-7 at some points in the game that they just drop back. They barely fucking run the football. If you're running back at Washington, you're probably a really good blocker at this point. But yeah, I will take the Penix 325 and them to score 30 plus points any day of the week.
Amen to that. And they have to win and they have to keep proving themselves. Though they might be the most complete team in the Pac-12. Utah lost last night against Oregon State, so one of the big dogs from that conference that we thought was going to really compete with everyone is already got one loss. So Washington, now is your time. You'll show some things.
For sure. Oregon, after a big win, they got Stanford. They're 27-point favorites. I would lean towards Oregon this week. After seeing what they did last week, and Stanford has probably a third of the talent Colorado even has, 27 points ain't that much. I would be super surprised if Stanford scores more than a touchdown or 10 points today.
I am right there with you, 27.5, 4 touchdowns. They can dominate a freaking game with no problem. We saw it last week. Take them to cover.
Yeah, and Stanford, like I said, they really don't have any fucking talent around the ball. They've had a few down years. It's really hard to get transfers to go to Stanford because typically they're not going to be 4.0 students
Right.
plus. So they go through the works. They gotta recruit and get these kids 4 years to get up to the level some of these transfers are coming in at. So they're kind of got the shit end of that stick. I don't see them putting up barely any points today. I like the cover.
Amen. You don't always get Christian McCaffrey and Andrew Luck to come through your recruiting classes,
Yeah, I mean those are one-offs. It's
Right.
very hard to do that again. I would be surprised if they ever see a quarterback at the caliber Andrew Luck was at in college.
For sure.
And McCaffrey was just a fucking dog. He was so fun to watch. It's like that's the only time I was watching Stanford.
Right, 100%. You're right. You would tune in purely to watch Christian McCaffrey do his thing. When you break Barry Sanders' all-purpose yard record for the NCAA, you're good.
Facts. One more high spread that I like. It's Missouri -14 against Dunny's team Vanderbilt.
I actually thought about taking the -14 today too, and then I was like, well, if I do it, Vanderbilt's gonna fucking cover somehow.
Yeah,
so I'll just stay away from the game.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stay away from it as well. But Missouri is coming off a couple big wins, and Vanderbilt is absolutely trash. Just trash. And it's got push potential at 14. It's not 14.5, so that's always a plus as well. Wonder who the coach was.
I don't know who. Yeah.
Quarterback guru, I've heard.
Remember when he likes to buy cheeseburgers?
Yeah, he is a cheeseburger Eddie. Sometimes he'll stay at kickers' houses as well. Every once in a while, remember when we got Harbaugh and he was the quarterback guru, and then we had 17 quarterbacks that were dog shit?
Well,
remember the good old days?
Transfers. Yeah. You're not wrong.
Every year was
a new transfer.
The Iowa kid was the best transfer we had. I forget what his name was.
Rudock.
Yeah. I think Rudock is one of the best.
Jabril's last season.
But having Spade, O'Corn, fucking, I don't even know the other one. Shea was not the worst. I had to watch O'Corn. Right. O'Corn was the worst.
He was
so fucking bad, dude. And so many people were so high on him.
Good old Wilton Spate.
I like Roman Wilson to score a touchdown today. I'm not
Okay.
100% sure what the plus is, but I said it last week. I'll say it again. A touchdown and 50+ yards for Roman is just going to be another game for him. I don't think I mean, he's the most targeted receiver we have. We haven't been throwing to the tight ends a whole bunch like we typically do. It's basically Roman or Cornelius. Haven't been targeting Cornelius a lot. Roman is our number one receiver, so I like him to score a touchdown and 50
we've been
plus in a
peppering
game.
him for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting open.
sure,
It's not like
looking at it
they're
earlier.
contested, but yeah. Let me
Right.
see.
Looking at it
Touchdowns.
earlier, I think he was plus 110
Plus-
for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's plus a hundo, plus 450 for first. Dude, these anytime touchdown score odds are pretty shit.
Yeah, Blake Corum, what, minus 500?
Minus 310. Edwards is plus 135. I like the plus 135.
Right.
Oh, Corn had an arm like Hayden. That's so foul. You never had to, Warner. You are foul. Hayden, bring your ass. Bring your ass, Hayden.
The good old days.
Colston Loveland with 2 tutties today.
Okay, tight end's getting it going, huh?
Loveland plus 230 to score a touchdown. Isn't that crazy? Our tight end is plus 230 to score a tutty. Tutty, it's like
That is
tutties
crazy.
are not easy to score here. Michigan's defense is plus 500 to score today.
Okay, all right. Did that include special teams?
Good fucking question. Yes, Michigan D/ST.
Perfect.
FanDuel was the
Alright.
one that didn't do that special teams one and kind of hoed everybody.
For sure.
Yeah, Blake Corum's first touchdown score is at plus 195.
I feel like that, I don't know. You got to assume as long as it's not a big play from someone, he's the most likely guy.
Yeah, he's got a 90% chance to score, I would imagine, based off of how many
Right.
touchdowns we scored and how many he scored. He's probably got an 80-90% chance.
For
But,
sure. It's not a bad bet.
Joe Baggs, if you wanted to get saucy, Colston Loveland is plus 1100 for first tutty. So we get in that red zone, a little play action. Boop, Loveland plus 1100.
Do they show 2 tutties on there at all?
Let me see. Yeah, Blake Corum at plus 140. Blech.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Colston Loveland, 2 tutties plus 1900. That's still,
Nice.
I mean, that's good, but Jesus Christ.
You would like to see it be more.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. Touchdowns are fucking hard to score. The fact that it's just not way higher is crazy. JJ 2 touchdowns plus 2000. JJ first touchdown score plus 1100. That's a little
That's
juicier.
ridiculous. I mean,
But yeah,
you would think the quarterback would have to be just even higher. If you're going to put the running back at minus 310,
it's wild,
you know,
dude. These odds,
wild.
they don't give a damn.
They don't give a
Warner
damn
said,
at all.
I got Meemaw's house on Kansas winning. Psych. All right. If you actually do, send me the ticket and I'll full fade it, and I'll have a good day today.
For sure. I'm full fading your ass. For sure. Find me on BetOpenly. Send me the slip. I'll take it.
Yeah, no shit. Give me the heads up. Just keep sending them to me. I'll click them. I won't even look into it. I'll just take the other side as you. Let me look at never mind. JJ's over 1.5 touchdowns is minus 140, and his passing yards is at 224.5 right now.
Okay. I don't get how the spread's 17.5. JJ 2 touchdown passes is minus 140. So they think it's gonna happen. Blake Corum to score a touchdown is minus 310. I don't know.
They think we're gonna score 30.
DraftKings.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't make sense. It's like the spread isn't that big, but we think Michigan's gonna score a lot, but the over under is only 39.5. So, like, how can all
Right.
these things happen under 39.5 unless Nebraska scores 0 points?
I guess.
I don't
I wonder
know.
if you can bet Nebraska under points.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure you can.
Somehow. Team props. Nebraska total points. Over 9.5 total points is at minus 135. Under
What's the under?
9.5. No, under 9.5 points is only plus 105. That's crazy. I don't get
Make
it.
up your damn mind.
What the fuck? Kick a field goal. That's all they get today. I would like to say that, but we've been giving up garbage touchdowns.
Yeah, like a third down, cover 0, slant pass.
Hey, dude, Jordan called me and was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I didn't even have the game on yet. I was turning it on, and they had that one play for fucking 80 yards, and we go 3 and out. Everyone was shitting their pants. Michigan fans last week after that were like, "Oh god."
And then they didn't do anything the rest of the
And
game.
then they literally laid a goose egg the rest of the game. Absolute dog meat. We got one blowout. Penn State minus 27 versus your boys in Northwestern. You like Penn State to win by 30 plus today?
I would assume so. Northwestern looks like complete ass. No, they did come back and cover the spread last week to make that the under system work, but I don't know. I would stay away from that game. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole because I could see Penn State winning by 50, and I could see also Penn State, just not scoring points.
Yeah, I think Penn State's defense is way too good. I wouldn't be surprised if Northwestern scored 3 points or, stayed under 10 points in this game because Penn State has been forcing turnovers like a motherfucker this year.
For sure.
And they have a good offense. It hasn't been great, but they have a good offense, especially when you're versing Northwestern. It's in Northwestern, so all 18 of Northwestern's fans should be there screaming loud. I would take Penn State if it was 29.5. They win by 30 today.
Okay. All right. The thing that they struggle with, Penn State, is just finishing. They
For
do
sure.
well getting the ball down into the red zone. They just couldn't finish. Just thinking about the Illinois game in particular, they ended up covering the 14 against Illinois, but it was because they were kicking field goals left and right.
And they got 5 fucking interceptions.
Right. That's true.
Remember?
That helps.
Remember the guy my quarterback got taken out before the fourth quarter even started because he threw 4 fucking picks in a game.
And he only needed, 20 yards or something like that?
Yeah, I needed 33 yards for an entire quarter where you're down and only throwing the ball, and he throws 4 fucking picks, bro.
I'm so sorry.
Real funny. He laughs in my face and says, "Sorry. I get you, Dunny." All right, bro. We got 5 minutes till kickoff. You good?
Yep. I just wanted to, say Lions, huge game on Thursday. That's the last time we talked to everyone. What a freaking win. Jamison Williams is back. You need to call the number. Oh, Jesus. Not wrong. But yeah, the Lions, we have control of the NFC North. Our division looks dog shit, so we should take it and look for us to, hopefully get that 1 seed in the NFC. I wanted it in the preseason. We just got to keep winning.
Dude, our next 5 games, we should go 4-1. And we go 4-1 over the next 5. We are looking pretty. And I know, I know the Lions organization, the players, the coaches, they're saying we should be undefeated right now. We didn't play our best 2 weeks ago. We should be undefeated. And then you come to Lambeau and show that performance. So they know, like, fuck 2 weeks ago. This is the team right now. Everything's ahead of us. We got 2 teams that are 0-3 already. It's very hard to catch up. Statistics show that if you start 0-3, you have like a 20% chance to even make the playoffs. So everything's in front of us, and we own the North right now.
Amen. J-Mo's back. Look for that first play, little deep shot started off this coming Sunday. So I'll be looking to bet that for sure. I called it a long time ago. I said week 6 or week 7 because that's when it was going to be. But because he's back early, let's get it done. Jared Goff hit him for the deep ball.
Oh yeah, we'll do a run. One more play action. We'll give him the 9 route. Go make a play, kid. I know you bet on yourself. Let's see if you got it.
Amen to that.
All right, boys. That's going to do it for us. Week 5 pregame show. Make sure you check out our socials. But go blue. Have a good weekend. Stay safe this weekend. And good luck in your fantasy football tomorrow.
Build your bank. We'll see you tomorrow for NFL plays.
Peace, boys. Go blue.
Peace.